guys follow.
Warning. The following podcast is another wasted hour. Warning. The following podcast is another wasted hour.
Don't waste my motherfucking time!
Welcome everyone to another edition of Another Wasted Hour. I believe that my words should be heeded. This might be the end of days. Not only are volcanoes erupting in Hawaii, North and South Korea are shaking hands, and a Washington sports team has made it to the third round of the playoffs. So I think that these are just a few plagues away from being the end of days. So that means that all of humanity will be wiped out and possibly replaced with one ignorant, uninformed, ill-advised, self-deprecating moron ranting about opinions I have no right to have, which are probably wrong and absolutely do not matter. Our goal here at Another Wasted Hour is to convince you that where we hail from, just outside Washington, D.C., is not just a city of politics and scandals, but one brimming with fire and brimstone and art and music and culture, as impossible as that may seem. So, listeners, now that you know why you're here, I can only assume that our guest today is a direct competitor of SpaceX, since they have space in their name. It is Nicholas of the Herndon Art Space.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
so right up against Elon Musk. That's got to be tough.
Yeah, it's a little difficult, you know.
Not to do with space at all, actually. This is disappointing.
Yeah,
Nicholas.
a little bit. You know, there's that kind of first half of it with art in it. So,
Yeah.
Art Space. So I'm with Art Space Herndon. So it's a small little art gallery in historic downtown Herndon.
By the trolley.
Yep. You can see our building from there, actually. And I am the director of music. So I bring bands out and to this small little space and run sound and have a grand old time.
May I suggest a prerequisite for booking bands is that they be on Another Wasted Hour
Sure.
first.
Yeah.
We have a lot of very good bands come through.
Good. Yeah. Send them my way.
We'll send them over with the tagline, "I was sent by Another Wasted Hour," and you're like, "You're in!
You're in."
Boom! Straight away. So do you think that possibly it is the end of days, Nicholas? There are signs,
God,
right?
I hope so.
You hope so. Just end it now. If we just take the great sleep now and not think about it anymore.
Yeah.
Net neutrality is gone. You were saying that earlier, right?
Yeah, that's out the window. So
we might as well just pack it in.
Yeah,
we've done all we can.
Small businesses and or will, I guess. And all that. So that's great news for us.
Yeah, no, we're really happy about it. Artists love the lack of net neutrality. Oh, it is just bonkers how much they love not being able to have equal rights on the internet. Make people pay more to be able to come see our art. Because if you think about it, the things that they're going to actually trim away are like videos and music and streaming and the things that like a lot of artists make. Like they're not going to like cut off like news, right?
Well, they
like
won't.
That.
Yeah, they won't. They'll cut you off in the sense of you got to pay another $15 to access Bandcamp or something. Probably.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So no problem. We don't have enough problems already as independent musicians and artists. But you don't just do music. You also, so you're the music director. So obviously that's your wheelhouse. But the art space in general does a lot of different things, right?
Yeah. So it's first and foremost an art gallery. We have monthly exhibits. Currently, we have these kind of few months are our outreach months. We're doing a lot of exhibits with the local high schools. The one we have up right now is Mind Heart Vision. It's all artwork done by Herndon seniors, and it's just incredible to see the amazing, sometimes darker sides. I feel like everybody, angsty. I feel like everybody remembers, doodling in their notebooks, like skulls and stuff like that.
No, when you're in high school, you're just like, I'm just a rat in a cage.
Yeah.
Right. Like nobody understands me. Life is so hard and I'm hated. And then you look back and you're like, it wasn't so bad.
Wasn't too bad. But But these students have produced some seriously awesome artwork.
Yeah.
It's really inspiring.
And you say seniors, it's high school seniors.
Yeah, high school seniors. Yeah. Yep.
And so you also are doing this really neat thing that's coming out. So our show comes out on Thursdays.
Yes.
Which just happens to coincide on May 17th, Thursday, May 17th. It's the first of a series that you're doing all the way through September called third Thursdays.
Yes, the alliteration is strong.
Of course.
Yeah, you got to have that.
Some places do like a first Fridays. You're doing a third Thursdays to separate yourselves out.
Yeah.
Two Tuesdays didn't make sense.
Yeah. We only want to do one of them, so
Yeah.
So
what is that? What is third Thursdays?
Our third Thursdays is it's an arts crawl.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of vendors that sign up. If you are a vendor of artwork that you have produced, you can sign up to participate.
So like
third
Etsy
Thursday.
in real life.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right,
yeah.
cool.
I like that. I'm gonna have to steal that.
Etsy IRL.
Yeah. And there's also bands that play during it too.
Okay, cool.
So it's kind of and I just want to put that out there. It's unpaid. Just as a musician, it's nice to know first and foremost, but that you're more than welcome to put out your tip jar. You keep all the proceeds. You can sell your merchandise. I'll run sound for you.
Nice.
So
so for the event itself, how much does it cost to attend the event?
It's free. It's open to the public and it's outside. I guess I should mention that.
Yeah. So not only, so it's not just that you're taking a bunch of money and not paying artists. It's what you're doing is you're creating a venue where artists and musicians and then the people that are interested in that can meet.
Right.
And you can bring a few extra bucks, throw it in a tip jar,
Definitely.
buy some art from some people who are making it themselves.
Yes.
So you don't have middlemen that are taking a cut of things. And I think that's important because in today's world, there's a lot of art out there that is being filtered through iTunes or being filtered through other things.
Yeah.
And the artists aren't actually getting a lot of that money. Here is a straight transaction. If you like what's going on, you can support the artist directly.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you know who's playing on the 17th?
So this was set up by my coworker who kind of runs all of Third Thursday.
Yeah.
So he just got some initial stuff to take it off my plate, which is wonderful of him.
Nice.
So the first Third Thursday, we actually have several kids bands,
Oh,
which is
fun.
kind of nice. That coincides with our exhibits.
So bring out the kids because this is
bring
going to
out
be
the
music
kids.
that's appropriate for them and they're
Yes.
going to enjoy.
For the most part, it's family friendly.
The Wiggles, I assume that you've brought out. The
Yeah, we've got
world
them
famous.
booked.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're coming. They might be giants. No.
Right. No, locally I know of one called Rocknoceros or something like that. Are they?
Cool.
Are
No,
they coming?
it's Bach to Rock.
Bach to Rock. Oh, okay.
So
So for people that don't know, Bach to Rock is like like School of Rock, like that movie that they
Yeah.
had where students come in. So when you said kids bands, you didn't mean bands that were necessarily geared towards kids.
Oh, no. Yeah,
you
I
meant
guess I should-
bands that were full of kids playing music, which is really cool. So these students go in and instead of like band class that they would do at school where they're learning usually like classical music, they're going to go in and learn electric guitar and electric bass and drum set and other instruments the way it pertains to a rock band.
Yeah.
And then they do events around the community. And this is going to be one of those. It sounds
yeah.
like.
So it'll be really cool. Come out, support the kids. Do it for the kids.
And this is also really important because this is what inspires like younger generations to actually go and split off and make a real band and start making their own music and making it a passion that they want to do moving forward. So these moments can be really like formative for some musicians moving forward. So something to keep in mind, and it's free. So
exactly,
nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
Now the question will be: does Bach to Rock get the tips, or do the kids get the tips?
Oh, see, I don't know about so.
We may have seen through something here.
I would hope that they would put jars out for the kids to get tips. I don't know.
Bach to Rock, we're looking at you.
Yeah.
Bach to Rock, we need you to email us and let us know.
Confirm that
that these kids can earn their first musical paycheck. They're professional musicians that early in their career. That's awesome. And there are a lot of other things going on too. I know that you have like a board game night that happens. Yes. You've got a big concert coming up on the 26th of May with Kristen Perez. Is that right?
Yes.
And then you've also got a big fundraiser that's happening on the 20th, which is a Sunday tea fundraiser. Is that right?
Yep.
So pretty packed. There's stuff happening at the Art Space constantly.
Yeah,
it sounds like
you see my Google Calendar.
It's just
like the color of the rainbow.
And that's great. So here's something that a lot of people don't even know exists. It's a smaller venue, just so everybody's aware, which is great because all of these musical events and stuff are going to be more intimate. You'll be able to actually go up and shake hands with your musicians.
Yes.
It's holding, what, 60 people?
Yeah, we seat a maximum of 62 people.
There you go.
And we, during our concerts, if they're not like an outreach concert with like the middle school or high school,
Yeah.
they have free beer and wine included.
What?
So, why not?
Yeah. So so not only is it a free concert, is it a free concert?
The concerts are $20.
Okay, so $20, but you get
free beer and wine.
yeah.
So really,
So when you look at it in terms of fiscally, if you were to go to a regular bar, you'd pay like maybe a $5 or $10 cover, but then you'd probably spend $20 in beer.
yeah,
Right. So at that point, you're already making money
right.
by doing this, and you're supporting local musicians.
Yes.
And you're seeing a more intimate show that you can actually probably enjoy more than everybody kind of shouting and yelling.
Yeah,
all at once.
every single one of the shows I've done, I've never prompted it, but
Yep.
Everyone's like attentive and watching the artist. There's like it's just hush.
So more of a listening room than
Yeah.
like, a party.
It's not a
atmosphere
bar.
per se. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's great. Okay. So we'll talk more about these things a little later in the show. I know that you have a lot of hats at the Herndon Art Space.
Yeah.
You're running sound, you're booking artists, you're doing social media, all of these types of things. I want you to try on one new hat.
Good.
So we're going to try something we like to call the weather report, and I'm going to put you in charge as editor-in-chief of a brand new. You're going to be the mogul of a media empire.
Awesome.
Right? You have a brand new publication coming out. Me as your loyal reporter, I've gone and scoured the internet for actual news articles that I found, and your job is to let me know if whether or not they make it into your publication.
Cool.
All right. And at the end, we're going to need a name for it because obviously people are going to want to buy this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So without further ado, you feel comfortable?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, here we go. So without further ado, let's get started with, I'm going to do a few ones that I'm going to roll pitch. Then we'll go through like a lightning round a little bit later.
Yeah.
So I know that you're not a big hockey fan or a big sports fan.
I have zero knowledge on anything sports related.
So I'll spell it out for you a little bit here. So hockey is known for its fast pace, its hard hits, and let's be honest, fighting. Right?
Yeah.
If anything is associated with hockey, it's I
That's
went to
true.
a fight and a hockey game broke out.
That is
right?
the one thing I know about hockey is fighting. So
everyone knows that.
That's true.
So, although it might be an old fashioned for a man to tell another man that he would lick him in a fight. This year, Boston Bruins forward and professional pest, Brad Marchand, has taken this to a whole new level. It started in the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs, where mid-kerfuffle, Marchand nuzzled and licked the neck of one of the opponent Maple Leafs.
Okay.
So in a scrum,
Yeah.
there was just a little...
Just a little
right,
intimacy.
Yeah, right. The Maple Leaf not terribly happy about this.
Yeah.
Was recoiled a bit and thought it was pretty weird. Then it happened again in Game 4 of the second round when Marchand was confronted about a hit that he had earlier in the game, face to face. He was shoved in the face, and they got face to face, and he proceeded to lick the cheek of the Tampa Bay Lightning player.
Is he getting like fouls for this?
No, well, there's no rule against licking apparently.
Well, then yeah.
But however, it has forced the NHL to issue an official warning about supplemental disciplinary action should the trend continue. Unfortunately, it will not occur because the Bruins were knocked out of the playoffs by the Tampa Bay Lightning in the second round. Or, in other words, the Tampa Bay Lightning took a licking and kept on ticking.
I like that.
So, yes, the official... and Brad Marchand later went on to promise that he would stop licking opponents.
Okay.
The quote saying, "I've got to cut that S out." We all know what that stands for.
Yeah.
Yeah. So does it make it into your publication?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a reason to read the sports section,
the licking sports section.
And you know what they say, like if you're in a fight and you want to intimidate someone, you just get naked. So I feel like that, like
there's a point to that, right? Because nobody can beat crazy.
Yeah, you can't be crazy.
So if some guy's bigger and tougher than you, you just start like doing the most crazy
just
thing.
lick him.
Right. You just like get naked and you're like, let's cut cuddle.
Yeah.
We're gonna cuddle right now. And he's like, whoa, no,
Yeah, no.
not at all.
Yeah, that's how you win.
Yeah, that's how you win a fight.
Mind games.
Yeah, and so that's basically what he's doing. Would you make that particular article like flavored so that people could lick the article?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
I'm just saying, if we want to go like, what we're doing is we're doing multimedia at that point, right? We're pushing the boundaries of what a publication
yeah, that
could
would be awesome.
You're like, oh, yeah.
I
no,
would
that,
definitely buy that newspaper.
that tastes like a Tampa Bay Lightning player.
Yeah. Ice flavored.
It's just cold. All right, so we've got one in. That's good. We're starting off. We've got our pamphlet ready. We're
Okay.
now moving on to maybe some type of small booklet. Next up, John Oliver.
Okay.
He has a show called was it Last Week Tonight?
Yeah.
I believe that's what it is. As part of the show, he bought several items from Russell
Oh,
Crowe's
yeah, I heard about this.
divorce auction, including a $7,000 jockstrap worn in Cinderella Man, which Oliver then sent to a struggling Blockbuster in Alaska to help them with business.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Russell Crowe was so inspired by John Oliver's almost $80,000 spending spree that he used the money for a charitable cause. A ward at an Australian zoo wildlife hospital to treat chlamydia in koalas.
Perfect.
Yes, that's a real thing, by the way. Yeah, so so now there is a koala chlamydia ward named after John Oliver.
That's
in honor of him. Yeah. But apparently this is a thing. So koalas apparently are quite susceptible to chlamydia, and it can cause blindness and
Oh
infertility.
my gosh.
Yeah. So luckily, Mr. Crowe teamed up with the late great Steve Irwin's family to help these poor drop bears overcome adversity.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And so now celebrities are just like us. I mean, we would all do this.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
We would all want a koala chlamydia ward named after us.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
All right. And so this has happened. I believe John Oliver said he could retire now. I think he went on to the show and said, we're finished. We're done. This is it. This is the last show
John Oliver kind of looks like a koala too.
with chlamydia.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe not.
Well, the hair's falling out.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's a piece of it. He's got glasses, so there's obviously some blindness happening. And infertility seems likely with his looks.
Yeah.
He'd probably... I mean, I don't know if it has to do with the chlamydia, but maybe the lack of opportunity. He's going to hear this and just absolutely rip us a new one. He's not, because nobody cares about this show. But that's the advantage that we have, is complete obscurity.
Yeah.
So is it news? The John Oliver Ward for chlamydia, what is it? Chlamydia
Getting rid of
koalas?
it.
Yeah, what would be it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what the official name
I'll have to
of
think
it
about
is.
that.
But yeah, chlamydia koalas on its own is hard to say.
Yeah. Chlamydia corner.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We should have a concert at the Herndon Art Space.
No, I don't
to
think
raise
that.
money. We could raise money for koalas that have chlamydia.
I don't know if that would
Nicholas,
fly. Maybe.
this is a charity.
All right. I'll think about
The
it.
Koala Chlamydia Charity Foundation.
Yeah. See what our board members say about that.
Maybe Bacharach would donate all their tips.
You know what? That would be a good stipulation for them. Like,
Right.
You can collect tips, but
But
they got to go to those koalas down in Australia.
you have chlamydia, the very promiscuous koalas.
Let's put it in the publication.
Good.
There's
All
not
right.
enough. There's not enough uplifting news.
This is very
It's
uplifting.
very wholesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got 2 in. Excellent. We're batting 1,000. 2 for 2. Ohio State University officially cannot account for 1 gram, that's a third of an ounce in the free world,
Yeah.
of the material that is used in nuclear reactors to make nuclear bombs.
Oh.
That's right. Not enough to make a nuclear bomb, this
Okay.
plutonium, but it was definitely enough to sneak into somebody's backpack and seriously fuck up their day.
Yeah.
Or you could make like the world's most adorable little dirty bomb, I assume. But yeah, the university says documents from 2003 to 2004 identify that the plutonium was as being on campus, but the school says the search in October failed to find the plutonium, which baffles me. Like that seems like you'd know where the plutonium is. Of all the things, if you're like, yeah, we have staples over here. If you need any staples, we got pens. That's where the plutonium sits. Like, I don't know where you'd file that under, like, P for plutonium,
Yeah.
or W for weapons grade.
Is this this student's last name Simpson?
Yeah, I don't know. Or it's H for holy shit, why is weapon grade plutonium being in a file cabinet? So yeah, it's weapons grade plutonium, a small amount of it that is
Great.
just, we don't know where.
Yeah.
It's horrifying.
That is a little scary.
Is it news? Should they check with the alumni association and be like,
Yeah.
has anyone seen some plutonium
I mean, that's
around?
like depressing enough that I would not be surprised if it is in the news. So
Yeah, that's true.
now let's keep it out of this one. You know,
We
this
don't
is
want this.
Nah,
You feel like this drags down the
it
koalas.
drags down the koalas. You know, it detracts from our main headline.
Yeah, which is chlamydia koalas. Good. I'm glad that we're going with hard hitting
Yeah,
journalism.
we really are.
Yes. All right. Fair enough. We're not going to get all of them. That's fine. That's why I brought a
Yeah.
bunch. All right. This week, a bus caught fire in Rome. Okay. I know on its own
Okay.
that doesn't seem like news.
Yeah.
Hold on. I got more. That might not be the headline. The headline's more like, why do Rome's buses keep catching fire?
Oh, okay.
And I'm glad you asked. Luckily, no one was injured, although interesting enough, no one suspected foul play or terrorism as the flames engulfed the public transportation. That is because it is the 9th bus to catch fire in Rome this year.
Wow.
Following last year, when 22 buses were aflame, ATTAC, which is the organization that manages the buses, blame an aging fleet, although they were quick to note that last year's numbers were an improvement from the previous year.
That's
So,
good.
so 22 is down from whatever the previous year
Yeah.
was. Awesome. Glad we're trending in the right direction, which I assume the year before, I guess they were like experimenting with all wood steam powered buses. I don't know. Something terrible. We're making these out of flash paper.
Yeah. Matches, you know.
Right. Pinata buses.
Yeah.
So it was just buses made entirely out of matches.
Yeah.
Wow. Whenever we rub up against something, boom, they catch fire.
They've been manufacturing those buses that, you know, can't go below 50 miles an hour. Otherwise
Right.
the bomb goes off or whatever.
Right. The Keanu Reeves model of bus. So transport consultant Fabio, that's his name. Fabio Rosatina? Rosata.
I'll give you a second
Rosata.
chance. Yeah.
I'm going to say Rosata.
Sure.
I'm never going to say his name again.
Okay.
I assure you. Wrote, and I quote, every day there is a greater risk, adding that an urgent plan to replace the buses was needed. I'm sorry, Fabio, but when 50 buses catch fire in 2.5 years, I think there's already a plan in place that you have not been privy to.
Yeah.
Like somebody's already starting the replacement process at that point,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, another one. Guess we'll have to replace that.
I wonder if, you know, that's why they're replacing our metro cars.
Right.
They're catching on fire too, maybe. And the
Maybe.
government's, you know,
They're just hiding
hiding that.
Yeah, don't worry about the fire.
The matchbox.
Yeah, it was in winter. It's fine. It's keeping us warm.
Yeah.
So apparently, it can traffic can be a real bitch in Rome because you could have to go around flaming buses.
Jeez.
Just in case you ever thought like the fares for the metro bus is rough, you could pay with your life.
It's
in
1/3
Rome.
degree burn, please.
Yeah. So is it news?
I'm going to say I can't say let's keep it local because we just talked about koalas in Australia, but
That is true. You've kind of blown your wad on that one already.
Let's put it in there. And let's put it under I don't know, lifestyle or something.
Lifestyle.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you put it in arts and claim that maybe it's a performance art piece.
That's good. Yeah. You know what?
Rome is doing a performance art piece where they've burned 50 buses in 2.5 years.
I like that.
Yeah.
Let's put it in arts.
It's a statement about the temporary state of quality products in today's consumer economy.
Yeah.
Planned obsolescence. It's a statement about planned obsolescence. There you go. Look at this. We're good.
Yeah.
We're the Herndon Art Space. Now we're making art out of things that weren't even meant to be art.
You know.
We're so good.
Yeah.
Oh my God. This is really a community service.
Definitely.
So, all right. So we're in. All right. So we're running a little late on things. We got about 5 minutes. So let me go through 4 more. We're going to do kind of more of a
lightning.
rapid fire. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. But
Okay.
I may not know the actual.
That's okay. I'll just give yes or no.
Either way, but you can definitely speak to them if you'd like.
Okay.
World of Warcraft currency is now worth 7 times as much as Venezuela cash.
No, that's old news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think maybe that everyone in Venezuela should just move into World of Warcraft?
Well, it's been a legitimate career
job?
path.
Yeah. No,
So
seems like it.
That's kind of old news, I think.
Okay, old news. So we're not putting that in. Swedish meatball manufacturer admits that they're actually Turkish meatballs.
That's pandering.
Did you know that they were Turkish meatballs?
No, that's true. That's true.
That's the thing that blew my mind. So when you go to like IKEA and you get Swedish meatballs,
Yeah.
apparently
They're Turkish.
they're Turkish.
I'm just gonna say no. Just that's.
I want to know how the people from Turkey got to Sweden all those hundreds of years ago to like make that thing happen.
I don't know.
Like then that they were like, no, this is ours now. Right? It had to be
This is
long
mine
enough
now.
ago to be like, I don't remember a Turkish guy making this for me. Right? There had to be at
that's
least
true.
a generation, right? Of been
Yeah.
you at least had to have like some unscrupulous like grandmothers being like, I invented
Yeah,
this.
that was me.
Right. Yeah. No, this is me. Don't worry about the brown people.
Yeah.
So it's racist is what it is.
Yeah,
That's the problem.
That is.
That's what they did. This is the ultimate version of what is it? The cultural appropriation.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You know what? Let's put that in there.
Oh,
People
see,
need to
I've
be
sold
aware.
it.
Yeah.
They need to know.
You need to know.
All right. Elon Musk is starting a candy company.
Oh, yes, definitely. Oh, man. I didn't know that. Now I'm super excited.
Did you hear about that? You didn't.
No.
So apparently, in like a like end of the year type of thing, I believe that it was what's his name? Buffett. Warren
Yeah.
Buffett. Apparently he like in his holdings has a candy company. I don't know which it is or anything like that. But essentially they said, what do you think of Elon Musk? And he was like, oh, great guy and everything, but he probably wouldn't want to go head to head with us making candy. And Elon Musk was like, I'm starting a candy company.
Yeah, yeah.
And people were like, haha, that's really funny. He's like, no, I'm serious. I'm doing this.
Yeah, well, it's like when he made those flamethrowers.
Yeah. And so his quotes were, I'm starting a candy company. It's going to be amazing. And then people were like, yeah, whatever. And he's like, no, I'm super, super serious.
Good,
I'm
good.
totally going to
I'm
do
ready
this.
for some Tesla candy.
Yeah.
You better deliver it via drone. Just like dump it over everybody.
So yeah, that's going to be super interesting. And we'll
Good.
see if he wins up against whatever company.
Mars
it
bars,
Mars?
or
I think Mars is
who-
private, actually.
who Warren Buffett owns.
Yeah, Warren Buffett
I don't know.
owns, yeah.
I don't know, but
Did you know that? I think Mars is
I
one of the
didn't.
largest privately owned companies in the world.
wow.
It's like in like McLean.
Oh,
I think its headquarters
even
is
know that.
in this area, and it's owned by the Mars family.
I guess I had a friend whose father worked for Mars, so I always got to try out these like weird prototype
Oh,
candies
yeah?
every once in a while.
All
So
right.
I guess maybe I should have figured that out.
Maybe
I was
hashed it out.
nearby.
All right.
Yeah, that's in.
So last but not least, sexually touching a student will now cost Ontario teachers their jobs.
Oh, it will now?
It will now do that. I would suggest not doing it now.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, they'll have their licenses automatically revoked if found guilty of groping or sexually
oh
touching
my
students.
gosh.
Yeah, in Toronto.
Well,
So
thanks, Toronto.
yeah, that's important.
That's a little upsetting.
Before that, I assume that they were probably, really like talked to about it. I
God.
assume before that point, what happened was that the NHL would
would-
warn them about additional.
Hey, we're gonna bring in those hockey players, and
They'll lick you.
yeah,
That-
maybe that's why they had to pass that.
it was Brad
maybe.
Marchand that was doing it.
Oh God,
He was teaching hockey in Ontario, and they were like, "God damn it, Brad Marchand, stop licking the students."
Let's put that in there for awareness.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised that this isn't a thing yet, but I
Yeah.
guess it's the automaticness of it.
Yeah.
Like before, I guess you there was a review and
Unspoken
stuff, and probably
Rule maybe, hopefully.
and now it's like no, you just
Well, that's good that it's official.
yeah. So that seems That seems reasonable to
Yeah.
me. Something people should probably know about. It seems like something what they should have known about this, that wasn't a law before this.
Yeah.
We should have gotten ahead of that one.
Yeah, that's
Maybe not send your kid to Ontario
maybe.
anytime soon. All right, so that's all of them. We kept pretty much everything. I think the only thing we got was we didn't do Ohio's plutonium, right?
Oh, we did that one.
We did do
Or
that
no,
one.
oh, you're saying which one didn't make it in?
Which one didn't make it in?
That one didn't make it in.
And that, I think everything else, oh no, in World of Warcraft.
Yeah, World of Warcraft.
Swedish Meatballs, did that go in?
I think in the end we decided, yeah.
Okay, so we've got a pretty thick catalog
That's good.
of various
The people need their news.
there's a lot of different things to read about.
Yeah.
I think it's very compelling. So what are we going to name this publication?
See, that's the tough part.
I know, because it has to be catchy, but it has to catch the spirit of it all, right? Because you don't want to like name it like Home and Gardens, and then people are like, "Whoa,
Yeah.
this has koalas in it."
Is this a publication that Art Space has been doing?
Sure, if
Maybe.
you want, you could
So
do
like
it through the Art
Herndon-
Space, or you could do it independently.
Herndon Arts article or something. There's so many news syndicates. I don't know what they're called. News papers.
Outlets? Yeah, newspapers.
I guess would
yeah, sure.
in Herndon already. That's kind of tough
It
competition.
could be a zine. You could make a zine out of it. Do they do that anymore?
What?
A zine was like a little art like magazine that was homemade.
Oh,
Yeah, they were like
that's
super
awesome.
popular before like the internet was like really big.
Yeah.
Because how did you get things spread around? And so what it would be
Oh,
is somebody
man.
would like put in $100 and like get a bunch of art and poems and stuff like that and put it together, and they'd make their own independent magazine, and it was called a zine.
yeah.
You should make one of those.
We should. That's awesome.
Yeah.
The Herndon. I mean, I don't know. Herndon Arts article. Those are not very catchy.
No. Okay.
I mean, if I were to publish it myself, I would be equally.
So boring. Oh God, just pick something.
I would be equally as unoriginal and use my instrument's clef, which would be the alto clef. So the alto articles or something. I don't know.
The alto articles.
Names
okay.
are not great.
Alto
So,
articles.
It
okay.
would buckle under the lack of a good name.
Yeah,
Someone
you
has to
think
come up
so?
with a good name.
You could have like the Hornet Sting,
Oh, that's good.
because
See,
that's Herndon, right?
Yeah,
They
that's
have-
Herndon. The Herndon Hornets. Yeah, the
Yeah.
high school. But then that might tie us with the high school and maybe some.
I mean, they probably
inappropriate-
have chlamydia too. So I mean,
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe some inappropriate articles in there for.
They need
Herndon
to
High School.
learn.
Yeah, that's
Nicholas,
true. Yeah,
at
they
some
got to stay
point in
informed.
time,
That
they-
is true.
we have to teach the kids.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Think of the
they'll-
kids.
Yeah, they'll go and play with some chlamydia like koala,
koalas.
and then they'll end up getting it all in
Well,
their
that's
eyes.
only if they go to Australia.
That's true.
So-
they're adventurous.
Yeah.
All right. So alto articles, we'll go with that
Sure.
for now.
Well,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So that's great. How did you feel you did?
That's pretty good.
Felt comfortable being in charge?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're used to this. You're
Yeah, you
organizing
know.
things. You're making decisions. You're a mover and a shaker. So it was just natural at this
Yeah.
point. So I think you did really well. We had a bunch of things brought in. You learned things today.
Oh, yeah.
So all of those things really great. All right. So let's talk a little bit about the news on a local level, though.
Yeah.
Right. So we kind of glossed over the fact that there's a lot of things happening
Yeah.
at the Herndon Art Space. Obviously, what you came in to talk about when this comes out on Thursday,
Mm-hmm.
if you go down to the Herndon Art Space on May 17th, which is today, assuming
Yeah.
that I get this out on time,
You just have to get it out before 6 p.m.
6 p.m. is when it starts. Okay.
Yeah.
So it should be in the morning.
Okay.
So at 6 p.m., head down to the Herndon Art Space and you will get to go to the first third Thursday, which is not confusing at all.
Right.
That it
well,
is-
it's technically it's the second, first, third Thursday.
The second,
Because
first
we
Thursday.
started this third Thursday thing last year.
Oh, okay.
And then it only goes through September. So this is the first of this season. So
So it's the second
Second,
annual first third Thursday.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
If
great.
you want to get rid of the first, I guess you could say opening third Thursday, opening ceremonies. I don't know.
And then I wonder what it means when you do things monthly. What is that? Is monthly? So annually is once a year. It's like yearly, right?
I
So
should know
monthly,
this.
right? I would think that
Yeah.
would be
Yeah, they're monthly.
Yeah, monthly. So it would be the second annual first monthly
Monthly.
third Thursday.
Yeah. My eyes rolled up in the back of my
Yeah.
head trying to think through that one.
We need a flyer. We need to make a really confusing
I'm working on
beer.
one right now, so
You
maybe
should-
I'll change it to
What
that.
you do is you go for the opposite. Usually it's like make something super clear, right? And then people look at it and they're like, whatever, right? I don't care.
And they're like,
But if
wait,
you go, what
what?
the hell is this?
Yeah.
God, I can't. When is it?
Yeah. And then they'll go to our website.
Yeah. See, you're creating.
Perfect.
You're creating.
Hey, that's good.
Yeah.
These are the things that,
Creativity.
yeah,
This
that
is what
Elon
brings
Musk got us started, making things confusing so that people pay attention to him.
Right. So that's happening obviously on Thursday, May 17th, 6:00. You said is when it
Yeah,
bangs
so
off.
there's a Chalk the Town, which is fun for the kids.
Yeah.
And for anyone really. Come out, draw chalk all over the not all over the town, but the
On all the townspeople.
yeah, all the the surrounding sidewalks that where it will be. So there, if
So
you've
outside
never,
the art space.
so if you've never been to Herndon,
Yeah. I'm guessing a lot of people have not been to
yes.
Herndon.
So if you've never been to Herndon, it's very, very cute, quaint, adorable little town.
Like a main street kind of thing going through the middle. Yeah.
I think it's actually literally, it's called Eldon Street, and then we're off Center Street, so close enough.
Very pretty much main street.
The W and OD trail goes through it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little caboose
So you could
situated
bike there
You
if
can
anybody
bike
wants
there.
to bike. Yeah.
But the Third Thursday event itself is up on the town green, in front of the old town hall. All these things are so quaint sounding, right?
Yeah, they really are.
And
Now, is that where they do the summer series of concerts as well?
no, that's different. So
That's different, okay.
It's up further from that.
Okay.
So that's down by the municipal center, which not as cool name.
Oh. So you're talking about the little brick building,
Yeah.
right in the middle of town.
Yep.
It's right near there.
Yeah, and there's the little grass and that one big tree.
Yeah, okay,
So-
yeah. I know that. So that it's kind of central to
Yeah.
Old Town Herndon.
If you drive into Herndon, you can't miss it.
Right. The Old Town area. Herndon's fairly big.
Yes.
But you have to go into the Old Town
Town.
area and you'll see it.
Yep.
And so you're going to do, is that what starts off the third Thursday is the chalking?
Yeah. So that's 5 to 8
5 to 8 is the chalk.
p.m. And then
And all ages, everybody can come.
all ages, but it's usually geared more towards littler kids.
So no old people.
Yeah, I
F
mean,
them.
guess if you really want to chalk, you can.
Yeah.
Bring your grandkids so you have an excuse or
I just
something.
imagine one old guy there just owning it. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Just making a mural and all the kids are like, well, crap. I just
Darn
made
it.
I made a scotch.
I made a circle.
Oh, yeah, I made a hopscotch board and this guy just made the Last Supper.
Yeah, no, everyone's invited. And then likewise to our Third Thursday event, which is right after. So that's 6 to 9 p.m. if the times are still the same as last year, which
probably.
they are, because I just made the flyer today. So yes, they are. I was just,
You had to go full round on that one.
yeah,
You were like, if it is,
if it
wait,
is,
I'm
yeah.
in charge. And
I
it
guess
is.
maybe I should sound sure about something we're running.
And that runs until 9:00.
Yeah.
And I assume, is there music the whole time?
Yes, there's usually music the whole time. We'll see what Bach to Rock does with the
Yeah.
kid bands. Again, I'm not coordinating it this time, but I'm looking forward to what they're doing.
And then if they miss this one, this happens the third Thursday of each month all the way
yes.
through September.
Yep.
And then just real quickly, we've got a couple of other things also happening, right? We were talking about this before the show, and I know you weren't planning on necessarily promoting it, but I know the missus really enjoys. There's a board game night
Yes.
that's super popular.
It is super popular. We have we've had upwards of 90 people come through our space, which is a
Wow.
lot for
a
a
place that
small art
holds
gallery.
62,
Yeah. Through so we're open 11 to 4 Tuesdays through Saturdays.
Okay.
And so on Saturday we have the Eldon Street Tea Shop
Okay.
come out, and they have a little space in our little alcove.
Yeah.
And they serve tea, and it's great. Their tea is awesome.
Yep.
They do little tastings sometimes. They did bubble tea one time, which was cool,
Interesting. Yeah.
but kind of more traditional. I don't know, but
Yeah. Okay, cool.
So they're there with us, waiting until their space is done up on the corner. There's this
Yeah.
whole development going up on the corner of Eldon Street.
Right. And so they come and you can do board games, grab
Yes.
some tea, and there's a ton of people apparently.
Yeah.
So if you're into board games, especially multiplayer board games specifically,
Yeah.
more than 2 people, that's really what you guys
yeah,
are shooting for.
you can come and play solitaire if you want.
Yeah, but it'd be
But
weird.
maybe you could, if you bring like 2 decks, you could play double solitaire
Like a speed
or
round.
anything. Yeah. Or like, have you ever played double solitaire?
I haven't.
So you basically, you're sitting across from each other
Okay.
and it's all like real time. You don't take turns and you share the aces in the middle.
Oh, interesting.
And so you're like trying to get your cards out as fast and you count the aces in the middle.
Oh, that's funny. All
It's
right.
so
No,
fun.
I've never done that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's happening, and that's every Saturday, you said.
Yep.
And then we have on the 20th, you're doing a big fundraiser.
Yeah, we're doing our spring fundraiser. So this is
Speaking
our
of tea.
Yeah, speaking of tea, and actually Rachel, who runs Eldon Street Tea Shop, will be out there to talk about tea.
Okay.
So that will have tickets are available online at our website.
And that's Sunday, May 20th. And
Yes,
it's a Sunday tea.
Sunday spring tea. So it's a fundraiser specifically for Arts Herndon, which is kind of our umbrella nonprofit that runs Art Space, all that bureaucratic stuff.
Yeah.
And so all of that money will be going directly to Art Space to
Funding the arts.
fund the arts for more programming, so more concerts, exhibits, classes, but also for scholarships for for the local high school
schools and
kiddos.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go to college for arts or
Anything,
what is it?
anything.
Okay.
You can use it. I actually
grants?
was, when I was in high school, I was a recipient of one of them to
Okay.
go to.
and look how it turned out.
And look how it turned out. Now I'm giving back.
Now you own the art space.
Yes. That's how I feel sometimes.
Yeah. You will play here. You will not. Sorry. No, I'm really sorry about that.
Yeah.
Isn't it the worst when somebody
It really
and
is.
you're like, oh, you're not.
Well, that's why
good.
I have other I have other suggestions in the back of my pocket too.
Oh, do you
Yeah.
practice?
Well, that's a good one. No, maybe
That's
not.
the hard one because
Maybe not super on the nose, but
you can always say like, oh, I don't know if we have anything open, but really sometimes you mean like you need work,
yeah.
right? Like because there's just people that aren't aware
that
of
is,
it.
I mean,
you-
that's fair.
You
Yeah.
have to be like, hey, I mean, it's great that you're doing it.
Mhm.
Just like do it for 6 more months repeatedly without other people around and then come back.
Yeah.
And that's called practice.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah, sometimes I'll direct them towards like I'm hoping to do more like opening up Third Thursday more to like organized busking.
oh,
So having
okay,
more
interesting.
performers. So
Yeah.
like still being able to give them a chance to like get the experience of performing and stuff. So
Yeah.
I try to
I
be
think-
fair.
I think that's great. And so yeah, so you got that
Mm-hmm.
happening. And then Saturday, May 26th, Kristen Perez.
Yeah, the Christian Perez Chamber Ensemble.
Okay.
It is difficult to describe the incredible music that he does. It's mostly steeped in a Latin influence.
Okay.
So kind of
Very
Latin
cool.
world. He himself is a classical guitarist.
Yeah.
I met him at George Mason.
Okay,
He was
cool.
doing his master's there.
Nice.
Super nice guy. And this ensemble that he has is phenomenal, filled with amazing musicians.
So people can come out and see that. They can get free beer and wine.
Free beer and wine.
Right? It's $20, I assume, to get in.
Yes.
Right? And the seats are going to be limited. How can people get tickets to these things?
So you can find it, the events on Facebook, if that's your cup of tea.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it's on our website. And you'll click through to our calendar. And
you
it's,
suggest people get tickets ahead of time, I assume, right?
please. That is so helpful.
And it can sell out quickly. I mean, there's only
it can.
62 seats. So,
Yes.
so that could you could end up kind of showing up the night of, and then suddenly there's no space.
You
for
can get tickets at the door, but I really recommend getting them ahead of time.
I would say when it's ever a small venue like this,
Yeah.
if you can do it ahead of time, it's a really good idea to do that.
Yeah. So-
Because it not only informs the venue, how many seats they're going to definitely
Yeah.
need, but it also can fill up really quickly because
Yeah.
it's so small.
The music itself. So he's a guitarist. They have a flute player, a cellist, I believe,
Okay.
and
Oh, wow.
and like Latin auxiliary percussion like a cajon and like tree chime and like all
right.
sorts of cool stuff that I don't know the names to right now.
It sounds really unique.
Yeah.
And so if people want to check that out, they can go up to www.artspaceherndon.org.
Yeah, and there's
get more
videos
information.
of the group themselves on our Facebook if you want to hear what they sound like.
Okay.
So-
Sounds great. All right. Well, a lot of exciting things
Very.
happening. And it's right behind, in our backyard here. We're in Reston. So even if you're further than that, it's worth the drive.
Yes.
A lot of these things are free. The things that aren't free are well worth the money because free beer and wine and great
Supports
music.
the arts.
Yeah, and that music and that money goes to artists.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, let's move on and see if you can, please God, just get one right. This is our new game show that we have. Our previous guest, so our good friend Andy, who works with Diva Fit. These are folks. She actually goes and does amateur pole dancing competitions.
Okay.
She's won a bunch of them.
Awesome.
And this is not like what you think about pole dancing. This is like an athletic, sport of types of things. There's no nudity involved.
Yeah.
She does like nerdy ones. It's really great. And
Cool.
so it's way not sexy, right? Well, I
Okay.
guess unless you're really nerdy, and then you're like,
Well,
that's super hot.
Yeah.
She's dressed like Link.
Yeah.
And so that's all my dreams. So she had to deal with 70s and 80s NHL. That would have just murdered you. I
God,
think.
yeah.
Luckily, she was a hockey fan, so it worked out really
Oh, that's
well. She
good.
got one right. This one I think you might have a shot at.
Okay.
She happens to be a very big cat lover.
Oh, ooh.
So she
I got this in the
chose
bag.
cat breeds.
Oh, I got this in the bag.
You think you got this?
Oh, I'm a cat lover.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So this might be a great one.
God, I hope
If
so.
you do get one right.
Now that I've said that.
Yeah, you've called your shot. Now, if you do get one right, you'll get to pick
All right.
a prize out of Uncle Archie's box of fun. I think we're down to 2 prizes, so you'd be the last person to get to choose
Okay.
one. The next person just gets
Sorry.
one. And we didn't think as many people would get one right. That's
Yeah.
really what happened.
Yeah.
All right, so cat breeds. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, without further ado, what is the name of the offspring of a female lion and a male tiger?
Oh my God. I would bite my tongue.
Yeah.
The offspring of a.
Yeah, it doesn't happen very often. It doesn't
liger?
happen in the wild because obviously tigers are like in Asia and
Yeah.
lions are only in Africa. But a female lion and a male tiger. I'll give you a hint that
Is it a liger?
that's good. That actually is the offspring of a male lion and a female tiger.
Is it a Tyon?
Tigon.
Tigon.
Yeah, a tigon.
Okay.
Liger was made really popular from, I think it was Napoleon Dynamite talked about ligers in it, right?
Yeah.
And that's a male lion and female tiger. They're actually larger than either of their parents usually. Tigon less so. They just look like a mix
Interesting.
of the two. So good guess. You were almost
Okay,
there.
yeah.
That was pretty close. So I think we've got a chance.
Yeah,
You've got
yeah.
5 more. This mutation is a genetic variation in mammals that results in soft, curly fur. It occurs in cats, rats, rabbits, horses, and dogs, but it's quite unusual. However, in cats, this mutation has been preserved in certain breeds. What is that mutation?
What's the mutation?
Yeah, what's the name of the mutation?
Oh God, I don't know. Is it like numbers and letters?
Nope.
It's like an actual word.
It is.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm
It's
gonna pass.
It's called the Rex mutation.
Oh,
So all of
idiot.
the cats that
Yeah,
have
the
this,
Rex.
it is a certain breed,
Duh.
Rex.
Yeah.
Right? They just add Rex to
oh,
the
what
end.
an idiot.
And that's the big fluffy curly ones.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that's the name of the mutation.
yeah.
So now you know that can actually happen. Like Rex mutated rats are hilarious looking. Because
Yes.
they're like little and the rats,
the
but they're
Rex
like
cats, like,
super fluffy. And
Yeah,
like,
they
you
look
never-
like they don't have fur. Some of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but they do. They have like that really short. Maybe I'm thinking of a different one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Those weird skin cats.
I don't know. Yeah, no, the Rex ones are
Those
more
Sphinx.
curly and soft.
Yeah.
fur.
Okay.
All right. Last year, let's see. Last year's CFA, which is Best Cat in Premiership International,
Mm-hmm.
was GCGPNW. This is all part of, I think, this cat's name.
Okay.
Kickapoo's Squeaking in the Nude. That's the cat's name.
Yeah.
Kickapoo's Squeaking in the Nude. This cat naturally has no hair. What is the cat's breed?
Is that a Sphinx?
It is a
Yes.
Sphinx. There you go. You got it. We got one right. You were getting close because you're about halfway through them.
Yeah.
And you got one. All right. I figured that would be the easiest one.
Yeah.
The question itself was more confusing than the answer,
Yeah.
I think. So we're trying to throw you off a little. All right. How about this one? What is the deadliest cat in the world?
Deadliest cat in the world?
Yeah.
Is it a lynx? Is it a big cat? Can I ask that since I've already gotten one right?
I believe it is considered a big cat.
cat.
Yes.
Panther?
It is not. The deadliest cat in the world, surprisingly, is not a lion or a tiger.
Yeah.
Right? It is the black-footed cat,
Oh.
which weighs less than 5 pounds.
Okay.
All right. Making it one of the smallest cats in Africa per National Geographic.
Yeah.
They had a new video from the BBC's Big Cats series, and it features an adorable black-footed cat nicknamed Gyra, and shows why she's so deadly. The reason I remember seeing something about this. We always think when we think deadly, we think like who kills the most humans.
Right, yeah.
But this little guy just kills the shit out of everything. And
okay.
so it runs down just all of the like mice and everything. And so
Wow.
it eats constantly and it just murders really well.
Yeah.
And so it's very deadly, although it doesn't really harm human beings all that often.
Nice.
And it's cute.
Yeah.
So it was on Big Cats. I said it was a big cat because I saw that it was on the series,
Big
but I
Cat.
guess
maybe
5
I don't
pounds.
know. I don't know what
Not really a
the
big cat.
classification.
Yeah, I don't know. It would be a small cat, I
Yeah.
guess, but it's wild.
Yeah,
it's a wild
not
cat.
domesticated.
All right. As the world's largest genetic registry of pedigreed cats, TICA, the International Cat Association, currently recognizes how many breeds of cats for championship competition?
How many breeds?
Yes.
58.
Not bad. Not bad. More than I would have guessed.
Yeah.
71.
Ooh. Wow.
71
Yeah.
breeds of pedigreed cats that can actually be in competition. So they're actually recognized.
I have a deck of cards that has a different breed of cat on each one.
So that's a good guess.
I knew it had to be more than like 52.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense. So you knew it was at least that many.
Yeah.
So yeah, 71. Now you know.
Nice.
All right. Last but not least, you've already won. You've already gotten one.
I just want to know.
Now we're just going to see if you can get this. And I feel like you got a good shot at this. What is the largest breed of domesticated cat?
Oh, Maine Coon.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would have accepted Maine Coon or perhaps the Savannah as well.
Okay. Yeah.
I was reading up on it and most of the lists had the Maine Coon first.
Yeah.
But then
They're big.
it said that the
You ever
Maine
seen-
Coon can get up to 25
You ever seen
pounds.
pictures?
Yeah, where it's just like a big...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like a dog.
Right. Yeah, they're huge. So the things that we read said that they can get up to 25 pounds. But then we also read in some places that it said that the Savannah averages 25 pounds. So I thought, well, that
Oh.
means that like some of them have to be bigger, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
So I went with
That's good.
Maine Coon, but I would have accepted Savannah as well. So great. You got 2 out of 6.
Nice.
That's excellent. So you definitely get to pick from our box of fun. You've got 2 items in there, whichever one you want.
All right.
Yeah. So you open that up while you think of what category are you going to inflict on the next guest?
Definitely things pertaining to preferably reading alto clef.
Reading. So the alto clef.
The
we'll just
alto
say
clef.
Alto clef.
Not tenor clef,
Okay.
specifically alto clef, because some
Alto
people
clef.
know tenor clef.
All right. Alto clef. So
Only violists
I'm
really
going to
know.
just stick with alto clef just
Yeah.
so that I have some things like maybe what instruments might play in the alto clef and
Yeah.
stuff rather than just reading because that's going to be really shallow.
That's true, yeah.
That's very narrow to
I
be
know.
like,
Maybe I'll give you
what's the third thing
give you
down?
more.
What?
It's like a theory test.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry.
Alto clef.
I'm
All right.
sorry.
No, that's going to, somebody might come to find you.
Well,
There will be Nicholas will be at
Hey,
the
if-
Herndon Art Space if you would like to talk to him
my
about it.
secondary goal is to evangelize about violas and the estranged stepchild of the string world.
That's true.
So-
Yeah. And mandolas as well.
Yes,
right?
mandolas, super cool
Which are
instrument.
mandolins
Tuned as a viola.
tuned as a viola. They
Yep.
also have mandocellos. Did you know that?
Yep.
Yeah,
those
so
are
they go
cool.
all the way down. All right, so alto clef it is. So great job on that. Moving on, let's find out a little bit more about you in our section called Near.
Go far again?
And go far. Far.
Far! See? That's what it's all about. I understand?
You understand.
Yeah.
So we talked a little bit about some things that have happened with the art space and how you're related to that. So first of all, Near, you want to talk about a first time.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people might think we're going to talk about
Well,
chlamydia again, but this first time's a little different.
yeah, it's a little more PG.
Yeah. So what was this first time you'd like to talk about?
So it was just kind of the way I discovered art space, which I find most people discover it the same way. They'll walk in and they'll go, I've been living here for 30 years and I had no idea you guys were here. And so I kind of knew about art space, but like is in the back of my mind. And I was just out of college. I was looking for an internship or something.
Yeah, sure.
So I walked in and said, hey, I do music and I want an internship. And they gave me
Nice.
one.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then that turned into, I'm almost full time now. So
Really?
the previous director of music, she moved back up to New York
Okay.
to work the Maverick. Kit Potter, she was awesome.
Yeah.
And she basically was like, you'll do great, kid. See you later.
Wow.
And I was like, well, thanks
Like,
for the vote of confidence.
Here are the keys to the kingdom.
Yeah. So very, we need more people like that who trust, who trust and give a chance. So
Yeah.
it's kind of what I built into art space in my views. as
That's
well.
really cool.
So-
I totally forgot. What did you get from your gift,
Oh,
by
sorry.
the way?
It's a,
Speaking of
it's
art.
a pan flute. I thought about playing into it, but I didn't want to like peek
Go for
the
it.
microphone.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, that's good.
I think
Wait.
you whistle. Yeah, I think you go straight into it. Yeah, all right. We're making art as we speak.
Here we go.
This is awesome. All right, we have a couple minutes left.
Yes.
But I thought that this was really interesting. You were talking about FAR,
Mm-hmm.
and it was about branching out. Tell us a little more about that.
So it's kind of shoehorned, I guess.
No, I think this is important.
So with the branching out with the far away, my goal has been both hyperlocal and to bring out artists that are far away. So we've been branching out mostly to the DMV area, but
Sure.
even as far as Richmond, we've had people come from Richmond and even as far as New York. So
Nice.
it's been great.
So you've had people make the drive from New York,
Yes.
from Richmond, and play
Yes.
in really a small
60
venue.
person venue.
So you can actually see touring groups.
Please, yeah.
Here at the
if you're touring with like a small side venue,
Yeah.
hit me up.
and then you're also doing things that are local to Herndon in this area, Fairfax County. But you're saying that you're also just trying to branch out just as close as Washington D.C.
Yeah.
because you don't get a lot of influence from
Yeah,
there either.
mostly bringing people out from those areas, you know.
Right.
So
Have you found what's the furthest away? Is New York the furthest away you've had somebody
someone
play?
came for like a board game or something from like New Jersey or something.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, what are you doing?
We heard
down
that there
here?
is a board game here.
Yeah, here I come. You know?
And you're like, you can get them in New Jersey.
yeah.
They make more than one.
Yeah.
And
so,
do they know people who were there? or
I would think so, or maybe they're visiting, but I
Oh,
was just
okay,
like, well, that's
okay.
really cool. Thanks for coming out.
yeah,
So,
it would be crazy if they had just come for that.
yeah.
Hey, I hear you have a really banging board game
Yeah.
day.
It's crazy.
Can I put chalk on the sidewalks? Yeah, go for it. It's not even the right day. Go
Yeah,
for it. We
yeah.
don't care.
Go crazy.
That's amazing. All right. So if you are an artist from the DC area or outside of the DC area, reach out, go up to www.artspaceherndon.org, reach
Yeah.
out to them.
There's a call for musicians.
Yeah, we've got musicians that need, and I'm sure artists as well.
Yes.
So all those types of people, and definitely let them know that Another Wasted Hour sent you. And that's all the time we have for today. Look at that. The timing
That
is
was perfect.
amazing. Thank you for coming out. Did you have a good time?
Oh, definitely.
Great, Nicholas. So also coming up this week, Thursday, May 17th, Buzz Queen at Labatt Convergence in Alexandria, Virginia. Kaz Gardner's at the Songbird Music House in Washington, D.C. Third Thursday is at Herndon Art Space. Friday, May 18th, Rickshaw Lizard at Sonoma's in Columbia, Columbia, Maryland. Turtle Recall at Clarendon Grill in Arlington, Virginia. Kaz Gardner at Garden Grove Brewery in Richmond, Virginia. Lynette Toblin at Bosa Bistro in Washington, D.C. Surprise attack at Tropicala in Washington, D.C. Saturday, May 19th, surprise attack, Crooked Run Brewing in Sterling, Virginia. Justin Shapiro at Ugly Mug in Washington, D.C. And Pitches Be Crazy at Symphony Woods Park in Columbia, Maryland. Sunday, May 20th, Buzz Queen at St. Stephen's in Washington, D.C. And Spring Tea Fundraiser at Art Space Herndon. Thank you so much for listening. Follow us, retweet us, do all of that. Thanks to everyone for their contributions. And most of all, thanks to the Herndon Art Space for wasting a perfectly good hour with us. This has been another wasted hour. And if you just realized that, don't blame us. We warned you.